Hello guys, it's Friday, probably my favourite day. I was going to go and do some strength work today in the gym. It's compound exercises is next on the schedule, but not quite fully recovered from the track session on Wednesday. Did well, didn't mash the legs, but I really want to hit that gym session full on, nice and fresh. So I'm going to have another day on the bike today, so that'll be 2 days off running with the bike recoveries yesterday, spin single leg sessions, and then today I'm doing the next session in the Zwift build me up plan called Red Unicorn. Not quite sure why it's called Red Unicorn or why I said it like that, but sounds dynamic, sounds meaty. Hope there's not much red in it, but I should be alright on this today. It's quite long, hour and 30 minutes, longer than I thought actually, but it's got some decent little reps in there that I'll look forward to doing. Just been reflecting on a few things today in terms of training wise, and yeah, that track session has made me thought, actually put the brakes on, don't do too much intensity at the moment, or I won't get scope to improve, so I'm in top shape when I need to be in March. So I'll monitor that. Not normally a problem I have. Regarding the bike though, I think that's something where I need to make sure that I do get some intensity in, so I can be on great form on the bike, and the run is looking good. But I think I feel like I've almost neglected the bike a bit, which isn't like me. I normally get to bike fitness quite quickly. Let's see if I can still do that anyway. Anyway, that's enough intro. I'll document this session. Red Unicorn. Lots of reps, lots of stuff. I'll try and explain how it all is in terms of the reps, what it's about. But we're working at some 80% efforts. Just looking at here. 1 minute sort of under overs basically, where you're going short bursts above FTP and then longer, not fully recovery, below FTP. So you kind of yo-yoing between the hard efforts and then not a full ease back, but enough to make it difficult. But it looks to go on for quite a while, so you know the length will bring in fatigue as well. Now I think that's what I need. I haven't done much longer stuff on the bike, and that gives you the confidence and assurance that you've got the miles in as well as the intensity. I never go crazy with miles on the bike. I don't think you need to. So this should be a good session, and to gauge where I feel if I'm doing something slightly longer. Right, enough of that waffle. Let's get going. Warm up coming to a close. I might need to take a layer off. See you in a little bit. Right, first block of 9 minutes done. It was harder than I thought it was going to be. That isn't always the case, and I'm certainly warm now. Only got 20 seconds till the next one, 2 minute recovery. So, and there's another 3 of these. Yeah, it's certainly start to bite, and they're playing with the cadence, which I'm ignoring because I just want under and overs in the aero position. I don't need standing up low cadence. Anyway, so here goes. Straight into set number 2. That's 1 minute, 185 watts, which is 3 watts per kilo for me, and then the 30-second burst is 240 watts, which is about 3.94 watts per kilo for me, and we do that for 9 minutes. So I'm in 185 watts now, so I better get in the aero position, ready for the first burst of 30 seconds at 240 watts. So yeah, I'll keep filming for this one. It's the first one. I'll look fresh, and then I'll switch it back on again maybe at the end, see what the difference is before and after. Yeah, it is quite taxing, but I'm trying to stay relaxed, focus on the position, knowing I've got 58 minutes to go, which is quite daunting really. So 4 seconds, and then it's a burst, 30 seconds, and we're off. So this is 30 seconds, 4 watts per kilo, 240 watts, which is only 30 seconds, but it does bite. And then when you come back down, you only come back down to 3 watts per kilo. So it's not pure recovery. It kind of takes you a while for any sort of recovery benefit from the lower power. And by the time you get to a minute, you're just starting to feel a bit better, and then you go again. But there we go. That's the 30 seconds done. Back to 185 watts. Now for a minute, I'm going to stop talking so I can get some recovery in, and I'll check back in. Right, see how we go. I'll come up to number 5, 30-second burst. Let's get this one live on the screen. Here we go. So you can see, here we go, up to 240. Trying to keep stable with the camera while I do this. So I'm spinning away here, 99 revs, RPM. This set of 9 actually isn't quite as hard as the previous one, which is often the case as you get a bit warmer and used to the groove. There we go, 30 seconds. Ease back and back to 3 watts per kilo, nice and steady. Okay, not far away from the end of this block of 9, then we'll have 2 minutes. Ciao. Right, so those blocks of 9 minutes are all done. I actually didn't do the last one, not because of my hip or anything, more because I think I'll be going too deep for what I want at this stage of the 9-day cycle. I'll save that and probably repeat the session. So I'm into now 5-minute kind of lower end tempo, around 2.9 watts per kilo. So these actually are really good to do after the harder stuff. Good for endurance. Although I'm breathing a bit. So that'll be the session done once I've done these. And they're playing around with the cadence on the actual program, which I'm not too fussed about for this session. Yeah, but a good one to get in the legs after the week I've had, and the track session only on Wednesdays, Friday today. That's good to be able to keep the training momentum going without being too wiped. And I'll aim to get a good strength session in the gym at the weekend, and then I'll aim for a recovery week where I'll stick to more endurance, low zone 2 stuff, give the body a chance to fully recover. I do feel like I've had some not mega intense weeks, but compared to what I have been, yeah, it's increased, and it's key for us old age pensioners to make sure we get full recovery. So that's what I'll focus on after this weekend. Right, let's carry on. Minutes to go on this cycle. See you in a little bit. There we go. So session done, just on the cool down, and I'm pleased with that. And the lesson to take away from this one is these workouts in Zwift are great because they give you structure, but don't be totally led by them and force your way through when actually you need to listen to your body. It's listening to your body that's important, not meeting the schedule and the numbers on the screen just because they're there. It's a difficult thing to get your head around, I think, because it sows that seed of doubt and failure. But for me, I wanted something structured that was kind of like that sweet spot under over session that taxes the legs. And I wanted it a bit longer than I have been doing, and I think I got that. But to push that one a 9-minute block that I skipped, I think would have taken it a step too far in terms of building too much fatigue and then impacting the sessions over the weekend. And I'm glad I got you guys out there to discuss this with, because it kind of makes me articulate that and unpick that whole thought process. It stops me falling into that trap of, oh no, I failed, I didn't do what was prescribed. and I guess there's a lot of people that push that, and I was in that boat with Zwift maybe a couple of seasons ago when I was doing the ZRL Racing League. I was doing once a week really tough Zwift racing every week on a Tuesday evening, and whilst that did get me in great shape for bike stuff, come December I was absolutely threaded. You know, I was wiped and over the top. I hit some great form, and then I tried to repeat that in January, February, and I struggled to get into any sort of decent shape. I think this was 2022 after Zwift racing in winter 21. So this is what it's about: cycling, intelligent training. You just can't be in shape all the time, and you've got to recognise that. It's not failure, it's intelligent, wise training, and that's what I'm reminding myself of all the time. And yeah, so I'm glad I got you guys to discuss this with. Anybody else feel like that again, or is it just me? Those seeds of doubt that creep in there when you're training. Let's keep focused on the goals and the plan, the bigger plan. Right, that's it for now. I'll probably drop this as a separate session clip because it's got too long. And yeah, please engage. Let me know what you've been doing in the dark winter months in your pain cave. Until then, see you soon.